think the vulnerability is the missing piece to healthy connections. Like if I show up to a date and I'm not myself, then what are we doing? Like I don't get it. Like, and I think you've mentioned it before. Actually, I think I stitched your video about rejection, and I'm like, yeah, we're in the business of being rejected, and you have to be okay with that, because it is truly a gift to be rejected. Like, nobody's wasting time. Okay, perfect. Moving on.
Exactly. No, definitely. I mean, I love. Yeah, no, I remember you did reply to that. I was like, oh yeah, sweet, love it. Yeah, because it's so much is that, and I think that's what I see more often than not with people, is that they struggle to be their authentic selves. Like, I'll get questions of, how do I keep them interested? How do I keep them to like me? How do I keep, I'm like, if you got to act or play a certain role, that is not you being genuine. That's just inevitably gonna, create tension, and you, like, they don't even know who you are. And then once you do open up, then it's like, who is this other person that was just enabled all my behaviors, and now we're fighting or whatever. But I think it's really good to just really show who you are, because I'm a Midwestern boy. I like Chili's and Applebee's, and there's a list that came out of like the number one places do not take someone out on a date was Chili's and Applebee's, and I'm like, that's just it's a 2 for $20. It's a damn good deal in this economy. Come on, add some more. I'll do a margarita. Let's throw a margarita in. It's all right, but it's part of my childhood, whatever. But stay in your truth, be in your most authentic. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is. And so I love that you said that, and you're moving in that way. So kind of going back to like you being a coach, like this is pretty phenomenal because it was unexpected. So you shared this story 4 years later. It blows the hell up. Also, you're killing it in these digital streets. See, Kaylin is always saying, I don't know what I'm doing, Eli. I don't know what I'm doing. And her numbers are crushing it. And mind you, I talk about followers in not in a sense of clout, but impact. Like, there's a power in your impression, and it's working because literally you have human beings that are receiving it in a lot of ways. So congratulations on that. But how did all this kind of happen? So you shared your story, that blew up. Like, where did we go from here in terms of connecting with more people and eventually working with them?
So I have a marketing manager now, and she asked me for numbers, and she was like, what are your numbers? I don't know what you mean. Like, I had no idea that I had such a reach, and because that's not what I pay attention to. I pay attention to, like the people that need help, and I reply to them so they don't feel alone. And then coaching has just been there since I shared my story about my daughter, and I've had people coming in and asking me for help, and it's just always been in the background. And I've been so scared to do it, and I made a video that, like, the week before I launched my coaching, saying fear will hold you back, and what's on the other side of that fear is growth. So even if you fail, there's something there to be learned.
The Self-Hype Podcast. Self-Hype Podcast.